Hey everyone, this is Be Divine from Be Divine Online. I hope that you're awesome. Today we're taking a look at the full moon in Libra, and this is a full worm moon, and we're going to surrender into the divine. It is also a full moon eclipse, so this was happening early hours of the morning. You may have had a very restless sleep. This full moon, I know that I was awake like at the time of the eclipse at 2 a.m. in the morning. So this is sitting in Libra. If you look at your natal chart, which is free to look at your natal chart, and you can calculate one and keep a hold of it. Because when we're looking at things, it becomes very interesting. And here we're looking at where Libra is sitting in your chart. For example, Libra for me is in my fourth house of home and family. It is connected with relationships because Libra is connected with partnerships and relationships. So what you might find is it can sometimes bring an eruption to balance in your life, and each person can move towards an alignment between their personal needs and those of their relationships. So if something is out of balance in your life, in your relationships, this will come to the surface. When we are dealing with an eclipse vibration, which remember, the 8th of April also is supposed to be an eclipse, and this will be a solar eclipse. So what we had last night was a lunar eclipse. So your emotions may have been affected, strange dreams, but also a look at the area in which Libra sits in your birth chart and the opposite area as well. So just one moment. So if, for example, I look at mine, see this astrochart.com. So my Libra is here in my fourth house, okay? So if I look at the opposite, I'm also looking at my 11th house here, okay? 10th house, sorry. So I'm looking at this, and that's also connected with my career, my MC, right? So that means that there could be a relationship change with regards to work, right? Just in my instance. So it's good to look at your own. Now, what else can we find out about this? We just got to remember that emotions are quite intense when we're looking at the moon, a full moon especially. If someone leaves your life on an eclipse, okay, keep that door shut. I remember a few years ago that my friend at the time broke up with somebody, and it was on the day of an eclipse, and she stayed away for a few days and then asked me what she should do, and I'm like, well, this happened on an eclipse, you know, so it's only going to continue to show you the ending. So if you pick up this relationship again, it's just going to show you the ending. You're going to be reminded of it all of the time. And that's what happened, right? So adjustments are going to be required. You do need to hold faith in your dreams. Luck is on your side. Libra brings balance, so there will be a win-win situation, but you have to look very deeply at your life, at your focus, at your direction for yourself and your relationships. What is supporting you and what isn't. Nothing is set in stone. You have the ability to change things, energy gaining, momentum, and don't let pride get in your way. So sometimes we have help available and we don't take it because we're determined to do it by ourselves. And it's the same old story of, you know, God trying to help you by throwing you a lifeboat, but you were expecting some kind of, you know, big, more coming from the sky. So you're like, no, 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 God's got something else for me. Well, you know what? Sometimes it's the little things that add up to the big things. So I feel there's a massive change that's coming across all of the communities, really. And there are going to be those who are set in false foundations that are going to be shaken, and those that have been solid and continue to keep going, even when they are not as viral as others, or they're not out there as much as others, or people just don't seem to share their work or whatever. Those people are going to get what they deserve as well. So, relationships, balance, harmony, workplace, friendships. Where is Libra in your astrological chart? Have a look, work it out, and start looking at these things, because they'll start making sense to you. So don't ask me about what's going on with your chart. Just read it up for yourself. It's always the best way is to study. That's how I know things, is by studying in my own way through books, etc., etc. I mean, I'm from the 70s, so you didn't have the internet, right? So you read books. Okay. All right, let's get a little more insight as to this Libra full moon lunar eclipse. What is this bringing to the collective? Ooh, look at this. See? So for some of you, what you're going to discover is the situation that you've been in. You've waited long enough. You might have felt like you've sacrificed enough of yourself. You have been held back long enough. Okay, so when we have the judgment come, that shows the renewal, the change, the vibration is lifting. You're looking at yourself from a higher perspective, and freedom is here. You're freeing yourself from unnecessary drama and situations. The moon is going to bring deeper conclusions. Queen of Wands. Insight, support. Okay, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Meetings, connections, right? Who do you need to have a talk with, or what needs to happen here? There's also an increase. You see how the sun is shining through the Queen of Rods here. The sun comes through the Queen of Rods. The moon comes through the Queen of Cups, right? So the world shows that some of you, or one of you, or something is happening where you're finally going to be seen. This shows fame to me. Knowledge, acknowledgement. Now maybe you need to just really see yourself in a different light here. So what's coming in with the full moon? Come on. Oh my gosh. Look. Wow. If you really, really take a deep look at yourself and your life and your relationships, if you take a deep look and you say to yourself, these are the patterns that I continue to do. This is the story that I'm always telling. Now I'm going to change it. I'm going to free myself from these limitations. What happens is all the knowledge that you already have stored within as the high priestess vibration, who knows everything, see? She just hasn't let it all out or worked out how to do that. With this energy here, you bring yourself into your fortunate pathway. So even though it may bring all these situations to the surface that you may not want to look at, once you do, you free yourself, you open yourself to the next part of your journey. Final message. Don't be tempted to go backwards, okay? Open yourself up into these new directions and expect a brand new journey to begin, knowing that you absolutely have everything that you need. Communication and self-confidence is key to me here. Goodbye for now.